There are more gangsters in the rap industry today than on the streets. You see, virtually every rapper out there wants to be seen as a gangster, and none of them wants to get caught lacking. Well, unfortunately for some rappers, they got caught lacking. Keep watching till the end of this video to see rappers get caught lacking. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. It's been over a year since King Von was tragically shot and killed, and his death still remains a trending topic. You see, King Von's death still hurts many because he was a notorious gangster in the rap world. I mean, this guy was literally the most feared shooter on O Block. O freaking Block. Do you know how gangster you have to be feared by the most dangerous block in Chicago? So now you understand why it was such a big deal when King Von was caught lacking at a nightclub in Atlanta. On November 6, 2020, at about 2:15 a.m., in an Atlanta nightclub, King Von, whose real name is Davon Bennett, was involved in an altercation with rapper Quando Rondo and his crew. According to reports, Von and a group of men left the Opium nightclub before heading to the hookah lounge where the incident occurred. While at the hookah lounge, two men approached King Von's group in the parking lot, and the two groups of men started to argue with each other. The argument escalated to gunfire. According to reports, 6 men were shot during the group altercation. Timothy Leaks, aka Lol Tim, who was with Quando Rondo, was charged as the man who pulled the trigger that took out King Von. Ever since the tragedy occurred a little over 14 months ago, Quando Rondo and his crew, the 4K Trey Gang, haven't had peace as they've received threats after threats from Lil Durk and his OTF crew over the murder of King Von. One of the most controversial gangster rappers in Florida today is Julio Foolio. I mean, who could be more controversial than a guy who raps about the people he shot alongside his gang? But even gangsters like Julio Foolio have been caught lacking. You see, back in November 2021, a huge shootout happened in Jacksonville, Florida, and nothing less than 100 rounds of ammunition was fired that night. Anyone would think that the military was deployed to stop an attack or something, but it was in fact a gang-related shooting, and this time around it wasn't just any rival gang. Rapper Julio Foolio was revealed to be the prime target of the attack, as 3 men dressed in black hoodies showed up at his house and began to shoot at him. Luckily for Foolio, using guns in self-defense is allowed under Florida law, so he pulled out his gun and a shootout began between him and his attackers. He managed to escape the scene with a grazed bullet wound on his leg. He got out of the scene and he didn't even need to go to the hospital for any major treatments, nor did he require any medical help. Although the attackers were able to take a shot at him after nearly 100 rounds of ammunition were fired, it is unknown whether Foolio was able to shoot any of the 3 goons sent to kill him. A couple of hours after the shootout, Foolio uploaded an update about how he was caught lacking. He claimed that his gun wasn't the only thing that saved him from getting killed in the shootout. Apparently, Foolio used voodoo magic to also attack his shooters. He said via his Instagram story after the shooting, "That was voodoo, that was magic." It didn't come as a big surprise to many of his fans because his parents are well known as migrants from Haiti, and voodoo is very popular among his people. As much as rapper Young Dolph tried to stay out of any gang troubles, it always found a way to get to him. He was caught lacking one too many times that it unfortunately got him killed. Before his death, Young Dolph was involved in several beefs that had previously threatened his life. Young Dolph was at loggerheads with Yo Gotti throughout his rap career, and one time he released a diss track titled "Play Yo Bitch." In the song, he implied that he had an affair with the mother of Yo Gotti's child. Gotti responded to Young Dolph in a diss track titled "Don't Beef With Me," where he attacked Dolph and sent him a warning shot. Unfortunately, Gotti didn't stop at the song, and this was when Young Dolph got caught lacking. He sent goons to kill Young Dolph. Luckily for him, Dolph escaped the 100 bullets fired at his bulletproof SUV that night. Later that night, Dolph performed his "Play With Yo Bitch" song at a concert as a message to Yo Gotti. Dolph was lucky to survive the shootout in February 2017 because his SUV was bulletproof, and he spent $300,000 getting it done. During the interview, Young Dolph said that the richer he got, the more threat his life faced, and he sure wasn't wrong about that. Later that same year, Dolph got shot, and this time around, Gotti was pinned to it by the feds. At the time of the shooting, Yo Gotti and young Dolph were staying at the Lowe's Hotel. Members of both entourages got into an argument that escalated into a fistfight, which ended in gunfire, leaving Dolph wounded. Apparently, young Dolph had fallen on the floor during the fight when the men pulled up a gun and shot him. Luckily for him, he was able to run into a shoe store while two of the other men ran away. The third man jumped into a gold-colored car, later found abandoned at a nearby petrol station by police. Obviously, the unfortunate tragedy in 2021 wasn't the first time he was caught lacking. Sadly, it was the last. On November 17, 2021, he was shot and killed through the glass doors of a cookie store, Makita's Butter Cookies in Memphis, Tennessee. Before his death, young Dolph enjoyed buying cookies from that particular bakery, and just a couple of days before the shooting, the bakery posted an Instagram video about him. In the video, young Dolph was seen promoting the store's cookies, and the store owner was heard saying he always came to the store whenever he was in Memphis. Kodak Black is one rapper you would call a gangster rapper. I mean, this guy has been in jail more times than he has won an award. Luckily for him, he got out, but unfortunately Kodak was caught lacking quite recently after a fight broke out outside of The Nice Guy in West Hollywood on February 12, 2022. Rappers Kodak Black, Gunna, and Lil Baby were standing outside of The Nice Guy, which was hosting an exclusive party after Justin Bieber's pre-Super Bowl performance at the Pacific Design Center. Sources said the group seemed to be smiling and laughing before a fight broke out. Then gunshots were heard. 3 people were hit during the gunfire and transported to local hospitals, including Kodak, a 19-year-old, and a 60-year-old. All 3 were listed in stable condition. It looks like Yak is on the road to recovery. On February 18th, Yak hopped on Instagram Live to tell his fans more about the shooting. He was seen shirtless in a room with another man flashing cash in the video. "Quarterbacks get sacked too," he said. "Listen, bruh, done popped me. Stop playing. This shit pussy. But at the end of the day, alright, take they licks. At the end of the day, ain't hiding and shit." Kodak continued, "This what it is. Screenshot it. Be happy about it. Whatever. Hooray. Celebrate this motherfucker. You heard me. About time. I ain't hiding and shit. This what it is," he added. "I done stood up in shootouts. I done stood up in multiple shootouts and I ain't never get scratched. Just got a little scratch." On February 19, 2020, Brooklyn rapper Bashar Baraka Jackson, aka Pop Smoke, was caught lacking. According to reports, 2 masked gunmen carried out the murder that occurred during a home invasion. The robbers, including a 15-year-old boy, admitted to shooting Pop Smoke in the neck after they got into a confrontation over jewelry. The gang was able to track him down to the Los Angeles property after spotting the address in an Instagram post. That is the end of today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content. Also, don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment down below. Thanks.